female reproductive cycles that regulate the timing and coordination of oocyte maturation and release. In particular, the ovarian cycle governs the development and ovulation of oocytes, while the menstrual cycle prepares the uterine lining for potential implantation. These cycles are controlled by hormonal feedback mechanisms and are essential for successful reproduction. In human females, the hypothalamus plays a central role in regulating reproductive function. The ovarian cycle begins with the release of gonadotropin-releasing hormone, GnRH, from the hypothalamus, which stimulates the anterior pituitary to secrete small amounts of follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, and luteinizing hormone, LH. FSH promotes the growth of ovarian follicles, with support from LH, and these developing follicles begin to secrete estradiol. During the follicular phase, estradiol levels gradually increase as follicles grow and oocytes mature. Although several follicles begin to develop in each cycle, typically only one becomes dominant and reaches full maturity, while the others degenerate. At low concentrations, estradiol exerts negative feedback on the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary, maintaining relatively low FSH and LH levels. During the follicular phase, the rising estradiol levels stimulate the proliferative phase of the menstrual cycle. The endometrium thickens, becomes more vascularized, and prepares to support a potential embryo. As the dominant follicle continues to grow, estradiol secretion increases significantly. Once estradiol reaches a threshold concentration, it switches to positive feedback, leading to a surge in LH. This LH surge triggers the final maturation of the oocyte. Ovulation occurs approximately 24 hours after the LH surge. The mature follicle, now enlarged and fluid-filled, ruptures and releases the secondary oocyte into the oviduct. Some women may experience a brief abdominal pain called Mittelschmerz, corresponding to ovulation. Ovulation marks the transition between the proliferative and secretory phases of the uterine cycle. Following ovulation, the ruptured follicle transforms into the corpus luteum under the influence of LH. The corpus luteum secretes progesterone and estradiol, which exert negative feedback on the hypothalamus and pituitary, thereby suppressing further release of GnRH, FSH, and LH. This hormonal environment prevents the initiation of a new follicular phase while maintaining the uterine lining for possible implantation. If fertilization does not occur, the corpus luteum degenerates after about 10 to 12 days, resulting in a sharp decline in progesterone and estradiol levels. The drop in hormone levels removes the negative feedback inhibition, allowing FSH levels to rise and initiate the next cycle. As the corpus luteum degenerates, the resulting fall in ovarian hormone levels leads to vasoconstriction of endometrial arteries. The endometrial tissue breaks down and is shed from the uterus, resulting in menstruation, the menstrual flow phase. This phase typically lasts several days and marks day one of both the ovarian and uterine cycles, coinciding with the recruitment of a new group of follicles. After understanding the female reproductive cycle, it is important to note that ovulation typically occurs around day 14 of the cycle. Fertilization may take place if sperm are present in the female reproductive tract during this time, which usually results from sexual intercourse, copulation, occurring within a few days before or shortly after ovulation.